Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome inside the Neenah Fieldhouse for tonight's non-conference boys basketball matchup of the Stevens Point Area Senior High Panthers visiting the Neenah Rockets. My name is Gunnar Zipper, joined by Katie Lechten on the broadcast production side of tonight's telecast. Stevens Point coming into this one at an overall record of 9-3. They're 3-1 in Wisconsin Valley Conference play, tied for second in the 6-team conference with DC Everest, just a game back of the Marshfield Tigers. Neenah, 7-6 overall, 6-3 in Fox Valley Association play, fourth in the 10-team league. So far on the season, it's been a struggle in the non-conference for the Rockets. 1-3 on the year, their lone win coming in their second game of the season, so they're 0-3 in their last three non-conference outings. And that's part of a larger trend with this Neenah team. After starting 6-1, they rebounded from a season-opening loss, got on a 6-game win streak in which 5 of those 6 games were non-competitive runaway wins for the Rockets. Ever since, they've gone 1-5 in their last 6 games, losses to ranked teams in the state, De Pere by 3 in overtime at a neutral site game, and then on the road at Marshfield and home against Kaukauna. So 3 losses to state-ranked teams in there. But Coach Lee Rubbis is not going to accept the tough schedule as an excuse. He expects better from his team, even against some vaunted opponents. Also losses to Kimberly last Tuesday by 3 at home and on the road last Friday against Appleton North. So the Rockets have lost their last 2. Meanwhile, Stevens Point coming in at 9-3. On this season, they lost their season opener on a buzzer beater to Bayport, but ever since, they've been playing very well. Won their next 7, including wins over good teams in Sun Prairie West, Fort Atkinson, and a previously ranked team in Division I, Verona. Stevens Point's signature win on the year. 3-1 in conference play, only lost to the conference-leading Marshfield Tigers. They'll have DC Everest coming up this Friday. Both of those teams tied at 3-1 at second in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, so that'll be a great matchup for you on Zaleski Sports. Both of these teams replacing 4 starters from a year ago. Coach Krull in his 8th year for the Panthers. Coach Rubbis in his 11th for the Rockets. Just under 15 seconds to go here until we hit the buzzer for the for the national anthem and then the starting lineups. Our public address announcer tonight is Todd Jacobson, and we'll let him take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Neenah High School for tonight's non-conference boys basketball game between the visiting Stevens Point Panthers and your Neenah Rockets. Neenah High School would like to welcome as our guests tonight players, coaches, and fans from both schools. Both schools in the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor our country and those who are serving to protect our freedom, we ask that you please stand if you are able and join the Neenah High School choir in the singing of our national anthem.
tonight. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. For the starting lineups, we'll throw it back to Todd Jacobson.
A 6'3" senior guard, number 1, Savon Dinga. A 6'2" sophomore guard, number 3, Trent Shondanen. A 6'3" sophomore guard, number 10, Sam Kornowski. A 6'6" junior, forward, number 15, Jackson Barassa. And that guard, a 6'1" senior, number 22, Reed Sestaba. That coach for the Panthers is John Crow, assisted by Scotty Anderson and Pete Clark. And now, your starting lineups for your Neenah Rockets. At guard, the 6'1" junior, number 3, Matthias Charles. At center, a 6'9" senior, number 4, Rowan Keeper. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Nick Schultz. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 23, Colton Fleetgy. And at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 30, Jackson Rent. That coach for the Rockets is Lee Rubis, assisted by Elf Krieger. Our building president, Matt Gitterman.
Thank you again to Todd Jacobson on the PA. He'll be with us for the rest of the night if you hear him over my calls. And again, tonight's pregame show was brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and Highway 10 East in Stevens Point, as well as Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you're good to go. Bit of a change in the starting lineup for the Rockets tonight. Nick Schultz, Roan Caper, Colton Fleetgy, they've started every game this season, and Jackson Rint has been a starter lately, but Matthias Charles, number 3, into the starting lineup for the first time this season. To my knowledge, I'm unaware if he started this past Friday against Appleton North, but at least his first home start of his varsity career, and as he typically does, Roan Caper, the 6'9" senior, winning the tip and giving the Rockets the first possession. Starting lineup, the usual suspects for Coach Kroll's Panthers. You've got Savon Dinga, Trent Chandonai, the sophomore, along with Jackson Baressa, Sam Kornowski, and Reed Zastava. And Neenah's going to wear you out on the offensive end. They're going to look for their shot. It's going to be Charles taking the first attempt. No good, but as Colton Fleetgy so often does, the offensive rebound, he averages about 3 of those a game. 5 rebounds overall for Colton, as he's a real jack-of-all-trades for this Rockets team. No player averaging more than Nick Schultz. He's got 9.7 a game. A very balanced attack for this boys Rockets team. They're willing to play 11, maybe 12 players a night. And our first foul of the game is against the senior, Reed Zastava, a 3-point specialist for Coach Kroll's Panthers. And Neenah with the inbound underneath. Schultz finds Jackson Rint, a 3-point specialist in his own right for Coach Rubis. And it's going to be Zastava guarding Rint as SPASH is in man defense to start tonight's proceedings. And Neenah taking nearly 90 seconds on this opening possession. Just the one shot thus far. Very methodical offense. And at times, as Schultz pulls up for 3, Nick Schultz gets us started here at Neenah High School with a 3-pointer. And the Rockets are out in front. And starting with a 1-2-2, Colton Fleetgy looking to trap at half court. They'd look to go inside for Baressa, and a turnover forced on the first defensive possession for the Rockets. So a good start for Coach Rubis, and that's going to be tipped off a Panther out of bounds. Neenah has really struggled to start games well this season, especially on the offensive end. The offense in the first half has been very stagnant for this Rocket squad. Good sign for Coach Rubbis and his staff getting that three-pointer and burning nearly 2 minutes of game time. Colton Fleege, the junior, kicks to the corner for his classmate Charles along the baseline. Charles tries to save it, and that'll be a turnover forced by the SPASH defense. Getting out in transition is Dinga. Savan Dinga, the leading scorer for this SPASH team, gets on the board. It's 2-3, and another turnover forced. This time, Kornowski the other way over Fleege, and Colton does just enough to force a miss. And the Rockets are not punished for their second turnover. And that's been another struggle of this season for Neenah, is keeping control of the ball. And there's the third turnover for the Rockets. Back-to-back-to-back possessions. Stevens Point looking to do something with the third. Getting stuck down low with Chandonai. And a 2-point jump shot for Jackson Baressa. He's tied for the lead in scoring with Dinga, both of them averaging 13.2. And they're both on the board for Coach Kroll's Panthers. Non-conference matchup here tonight, but important for playoff seeding as these teams are in the same sectional 1 of the Division I boys state basketball tournament. Rint with a nice hesitation move, baseline jumper in and out, and the rebound corralled by Kornowski. So far, in terms of non-conference games against sectional opponents, Neenah not able to defeat Marshfield, as what a putback by Dinga off the miss from Chandonai. And Dinga's got 4 to lead all scorers. Chase Nitz will sub in for our first sub of the game. He's at the scorer's table for Neenah. And Neenah's offense, after the 3 turnovers, just looking to get a clean possession in here. Against the Wisconsin Valley Conference, Neenah 0-1 this season. They fell on the road at Marshfield. This is the first time that SPASH has played an FVA team this season. In terms of the conference record against each other, as Schultz pulls up for another 3. Nick Schultz, 2 for 2 to start tonight. He's shooting under 30% for the season, but he's not going to let the stats shake his confidence, as the future Bethel University Royal, Nick Schultz, on the board with 6 points to tie this one. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. FVA versus WVC this year. It's the WVC with a 4-0 record against their Fox Valley Division I counterparts. And most of that work has been done by Marshfield. They're 3-0 as another turnover force. This time the Panthers give it back to the Rockets. And the Rockets looking to take their first lead since it was 3-0. Schultz dribbles off his foot, and they're going to call over and back, as it was not tipped by a defender for Coach Kroll. First sub of the game for the Panthers, number 24, Ryan Malik, into this one. So the starters out there, with the exception of Baressa. He's got 2 on the bench. Dinga with 1. Another turnover force. Nice job by Fleege. It's Nitz up ahead. He's going to kick it to Colton, and they're going to slow things down. Swing it over to Rint. Nitz works the baseline. So 3 turnovers early for both sides. Jacob Youngworth also into the game. The backup big man, number 34. Jackson Rint pulls a 3, and the junior connects. Jackson Rint plays the same role as Reed Zastava does for SPASH, and that'll force a timeout called by SPASH. We'll head to a break. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Vehicle maintenance is vital to your day-to-day life. That's why Auto Select of Stevens Point reminds you to be sure to schedule regular oil changes, tire rotations, and general inspections to keep your vehicle in great shape. Let the helpful, friendly staff at Auto Select ensure your vehicle continues to keep you and your passengers safe on the roads, as well as keep your vehicle functioning the way it was intended. For quality, dependable automotive care from service experts, place your trust in Auto Select of Stevens Point. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. The Neenah Rockets holding a 9-6 lead over the visiting SPASH Panthers. Gunnard Sippert along with Katie Lecton from Neenah High School, our second broadcast in as many days as yesterday. We had the Waunakee Warriors girls basketball team against the Neenah Rockets, and Waunakee got the win in that one. The boys Rockets team looking to defend home floor here tonight. Zone defense for Neenah, looking like a 1-3-1 with Chase Nitz at the top. You've got Youngworth in the middle. Schultz at one of his sides. They pass it in. It goes to Malik. Malik's shot gets swatted by Youngworth, and saving it from going out of bounds was Kornowski. But it'll be Rocket ball. Schultz finds Rint for three. Schultz and Rint both with 2 3-pointers apiece, comprising the Rockets' 12 in this one. And that 1-3-1 giving the SPASH a little bit of trouble. Here's Schultz and Nitz looking to trap Dinga. They go to the other side for Kornowski. Kornowski, another prolific 3-point shooter for Coach Kroll's squad. We've yet to see them take a 3-pointer, as SPASH has been averaging about 2 less 3-pointers taken this season than they did last year. And naturally, when they lost 4 starters from last year's team, your shot profile is going to be a little bit different. Jackson Rint picks up the first foul of the day, of the evening, for Coach Rubbis's Rocket team. The 1-3-1 stays in effect. You've got Rint working the baseline, Youngworth with Schultz and Fleege at his sides, and Nitz up top. They go down low. It's Baressa finding the open space. And Jackson Baressa's got 4. He's tied with Dinga for the team lead. It's 12-8 in favor of the red and white. Youngworth working on Baressa inside, kicks. Neenah still looking for their first 2-point field goal of the night. It's been all offense from outside for the Rockets, and that can be one of their strengths, especially if Schultz gets hot. Schultz unable to connect. Again, Fleege flying in on the offensive boards. This time he can't corral it, and it goes out of bounds. Schultz shooting 29% from 3-point land, a little bit lower than I'm sure he would like in his senior season. Jackson Rint shooting nearly 42% for Coach Rubbis. And the press on for Neenah as they fall back into a man defense. They're going to go away from the 1-3-1 after they weren't able to make a shot on the other end. Fleege blows by Dinga. Dinga into the lane. Finds an open shooter. It's Millen for 3, as he just had come into the game at the last timeout break. No good for Millen, but SPASH retains possession. Cal Juckum, a typical staple of this Neenah lineup in his senior season, one of the captains for Coach Rubbis, into the game, along with Xavier Bezeris, the junior shooting guard. Throwing up a shot is Baressa, no good, but he'll draw the foul and head to the line for our first free throws of the night. Heading to the Serve Pro free throw line, call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Baressa at the line this year, shooting 81%, gets the first to go. He's 30 for 37, make that 31 for 38 for the 6'6 junior. Only 1 starter returning from last year's team for Coach Kroll, and that's Trent Chandonai, the sophomore. He was starting as a freshman as Baressa hits both. You've got a couple of all-conference picks moving on from graduation from last year's team. First team all-conference Grant Chandonai, as well as second team selection Jaden Awe, and honorable mention Baraka Makaline. 12-10. Neenah looking to work it inside for a bit there, but Youngworth's going to relocate to the right wing. Youngworth gets downhill, finds Juckum. Juckum didn't like what he saw there. A good 3-point shooter, but Cal doesn't pull the 3-pointer loosely. He's going to look for his shot. Neenah turns it over as Fleege fell to the floor. SPASH in transition. It's Dinga working around Nitz, and we're going to have a foul on the ground. Shot won't count, as that'll be Neenah's 4th turnover of the game. And that's on Chase Nitz. He's picked up 2 quick ones, as it was him with the shooting foul on Baressa. So we'll see if Nitz has to go to the bench, but this Neenah lineup very deep. They've already played 9 different guys tonight, and Trey White checking in will make it 10. Also coming back in, I believe, was Matthias Charles at the scorer's table. Man defense for the Rockets, 12-10. the home team on top. Baressa is going to go against Youngworth. Very similar in terms of size, and Baressa not able to get it to go. Good post defense from the junior Jacob. Turned over by Schultz on the outlet pass. In transition, Dinga, no foul called, and Schultz got a swipe at the ball, forcing a wild layup attempt. This is Xavier Bezaris. He missed some time in December due to injury, came back for the De Pere game. Youngworth inside, no good, gets a second chance, and just off to the right as Jacob Youngworth unable to finish on the second chance opportunity. And no foul called down low. Chandonai against Schultz. Schultz almost picks his pocket. Chandonai finds Dinga open for three. Sivan Dinga off to the right, but a perfect offensive rebound placement for Chandonai, and Trent's got his first points of the ball game, averaging around 11 a night in just his sophomore season. He's wearing that left arm compression sleeve. Wonder if he's got something going on with his shoulder. Xavier Bezaris' three off the mark. Good effort by Nitz, but it's going to be SPASH ball off the miss. We're tied at 12, under 9 minutes to go as we're into the second quarter of this 36-minute ball game. They go inside to Baressa. Baressa met by Juckum, and Cal does a nice job to force a miss on the help defense. Youngworth gives to Juckum and the ball screen. They work it to the right block for Youngworth. The pass was deflected, so Jacob has to reevaluate. He goes to his right, and one, Jacob Youngworth. The foul on Baressa, and Jacob will head to the line. Baressa's first, second team foul. Neenah's got 3 team fouls to SPASH's 2. Zastava, I should say, back for SPASH, along with 6'11" Jaden Cease, number 20. So a bit of a size mismatch for Youngworth on the defensive end, but right now Jacob's focused on his free throw attempt. Can't get it to go. Ball is there for the taking and eventually finds its way into the hands of Chandonai. So Neenah misses their first free throw of the game, and we're going to have a foul on the ground. Chandonai forcing the infraction as he got out in transition. Thank you to our game day sponsors. Today's game brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jeweler, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Off the inbound, off the back iron, may be bounced 5 times. It was a nice look from Chandonai to Zastava, but ultimately does not fall. The foul was on Xavier Bezaris, his first, team's 4th. And now Rowan Caper back in for Youngworth. They're going to not see the floor together likely at any point tonight. They typically spell each other. Juckum finds Caper, nice find, and Caper converts. Juckum had two defenders crashing towards him, recognized that Caper was open, and Rowan Caper on the board. He averages about 9 a game. He's got his first 2. Neenah back into that 1-3-1 off the made field goal. This is Zastava. Yet to see him take a 3 tonight. He's about a 40% shooter on the year. They go inside to Cease, and Jaden Cease, the 6'11 junior, on the board for Coach Kroll. Charles finding Juckum. Again, Juckum a very picky three-point shooter, even though he's an over 35% shooter. Only 17 attempts on the season. This is Trey White, number 10, first minutes of the game. As Neenah has played 10 different Rockets, the pass was in White's feet. He needs help from a teammate. And again, it's on the floor. Juckum rips it away. Bezaris finds Trey White for 3. The senior gets on the board. And that's the 5th triple of the game for the Rockets. They're up 5. 1-3-1. In the corner, it's Zastava. He finds Cease, and Caper on the big man this time. We're going to have a foul in the corner, the Rockets' 5th of the half.
Foul number 3. Matthias Charles, first personal, 15th foul. Checking back in for Stevens Point, number 1, this is Sivan Dinga.
It's going to be on Matthias Charles, his first. Sivan Dinga back for the Panthers after a brief stay on the bench. He's got 4 points, and he gets the inbound. Goes straight at Youngworth. or goes straight at Juckum, I should say, and Dinga scores. 19-16, the Rockets on top here as we're under 6 minutes to go in the first. Matthias Charles dribbles into a double team and needs help from a teammate. Instead, he'll get a help from the referee as a foul is called. It's going to be on Reed Zastava, his second. So Zastava is going to have to take a seat. Kornowski is back. Ryan Malik also back on the floors. So Malik, Cease, and Xander Millen, the three bench players that have seen the floor for Coach Krull's Panther squad. One of the assistants for Coach Krull is former head coach Scott Anderson, who led Stevens Point to a couple of state titles back when I was in high school, 2016 and 2017. Also was the Neenah head coach once upon a time, right before Coach Rubbis took over, or perhaps two coaches before Rubbis. Bazaris for three. Xavier Bazaris on the board. And again, it's the Rockets attacking from outside. It's 22-16. 18 of their points have come from beyond the arc. Charles nearly fouls, but no whistle. Dinga to Shandanai from the corner. Off the mark and caper the board. Rockets up 6, looking to extend. Trey White manning the point with Nick Schultz off the floor for the first time tonight. The honorable mention all-conference pick last year. Schultz getting a bit of a break. Under 5 to go. The newest scorer in this one, Xavier Bazaris, with the ball. He gives to Charles. Charles with the left hand. Spins to his right. Bounce pass. Tight window to Juckum, and Juckum is blocked by the 6'11 Jaden Cease. Dinga gives to Shandanai, and they're going to work their way around to Kornowski. Cease down low against White, a big size mismatch. Juckum with the help, forces a miss, but it goes right to Ryan Malik for his first points of the game. 22-18, and we've got a timeout called by head coach Lee Rubbis. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. From Neenah High School, the Rockets with a 4-point lead over the visiting SPASH Panthers. These teams have not met since the 23-24 season. That year they met twice. In the season opener for Neenah, it was SPASH's second game of the year. The Panthers came out with an 8-point victory as Grant Shandanai led them with 16 points. But then later that year, Neenah got their revenge in the playoffs, winning 68-50 in a sectional semifinal on their way to state. Luke Young leading the Rockets in that one with 23 points. Young now at Minnesota Duluth playing football. Fleege will kick it out to Rint. Rint and Schultz back into the game along with Fleege. Rint finds Charles, but a ill-advised pass turns it over for the Rockets. Their first turnover in quite some time, but they've got 6 here in the first half. This is Ryan Malik. He goes to the weak side to Baressa, and Neenah into man defense. Colton Fleege guarding Shandanai. The fadeaway, no good, and Rint looking to run. He's got a 3-on-3. Gives to Schultz. Schultz thinks about a 3. They go to the corner for Fleege. Fleege yet to take a shot in this one. Instead gives it to Youngworth down low, and Jacob Youngworth finishes for his second basket of the game. He's got 4 points. 6-point lead for the Rockets in what has been one of their better first halves of the season. A team that struggled to play clean on the offensive end and finish on the defensive end, as Coach Rubbis puts in today's program. You've got to make stops and make shots to win. Baressa gets blocked by Nick Schultz. That's about a 6-inch size disadvantage. Rint gets it to Fleege on the break, and Colton gets stuck underneath the basket before he could think about a layup. 5-out offense right now for the Rockets. Ball screen from Youngworth. Schultz is going to work it the other way and give it to Youngworth down low. Jacob kicks to Rint. He's got 2 3-pointers. How about a third? Rint's got 9 to lead the Rockets. 27-18. Rockets on top by 9, and they'll settle into that 1-3-1. Fleege up top, Rint down low. Starters in the game right now except Youngworth in for Caper. The 2 big men playing opposite minutes. Dinga from the left corner. First 3-pointer of the night goes down for Spash. And Dinga's got 9. Charles the other way, kicks to Youngworth. Youngworth, a capable 3-point shooter, but they're going to look for Schultz on the right wing. No good, and eventually finds Charles, but he's blocked. It's rejected by Baressa. As Charles went straight up, they go underneath for Malik, and Ryan Malik able to finish. He's got 4. Coach Rubis calls another 30-second timeout. We'll head to a break on Zaleski Sports. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
A minute 22 to go in the first half. The Rockets finding themselves up 4 points against the visiting SPASH Panthers. Meda Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madacustom.net. Turned over by the Rockets out of the timeout break, I should say. Second of the game used by Coach Rubis. Dinga's shot hangs on the rim for a bit, and then Baressa grabs the offensive board. It'll be an inbound underneath. Fleege's first, 6th team foul, so the next defensive or loose ball foul for Neenah will put Spash at the line. They inbound to Baressa. Baressa looking for Dinga, instead dribble handoff to Chandonai. Chandonai spinning on Schultz. Good defense from Nick Schultz, forces the turnover. Spash is first since the early minutes of this one, and the Rockets will have possession with 49 to go. Simplicity Credit Union brings home the win with great mobile options and the right loan for your family, your business, or your home. Check them out at simplicity.com today. Pardon me, simplicity.coop. Rint for 3 again, and Rint connects. Jackson's got 4 on the game. He's got 12 to lead all scorers, and the Rockets are up 7. They settle back into the 1-3-1. Open from the corner is Kornowski. His shot is short. His first shot attempt of the game. 20 seconds to go. Charles, a 3-on-2 in transition. Rint again from the corner. Jackson Rint, unconscious. He's got 15 points. 33-23. 7 seconds to go. Dinga handles into the lane, and Sivan will go to the free throw line, where he is a 68% free throw shooter. High octane offense for Neenah from downtown, as Jackson Rint's got 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers, I should say. Nick Schultz with 2, Trey White and Xavier Bezaris with 1 apiece. Dinga can't get the first one to go. Spash so far 2 for 3 at the line, the Serve Pro free throw line. Neenah 0 for 1. The only free throw attempt they had was Jacob Youngworth, not able to complete a 3-point play. Dinga goes 0 for 2. They've got 3 seconds. Rint again at the buzzer. Nearly gets it to go as the air is let out of the field house here. 33-23 will be our halftime score. We'll be back with a halftime leading scorers and foul trouble. After this, you're watching WIAA Boys Basketball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
I got referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at nicolaybank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
If you ask us, picking out new furniture should be fun, and when you work with us, it is. Home Furniture's free design assistance in your home or in our store. We make the process as easy as possible by helping you envision what your furniture and your room will look like. What inspires you? Visit Home Furniture today to create a single sofa or an entire room. We'll help you bring it all together. Dream it, create it, love it. Home Furniture's free design assistance, West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Protect your ride from the elements with Tommy's Express Car Wash. Our top wash, The Works, is engineered with 14 steps to keep your car clean, whatever the weather. The Works includes detox pre-wash, removing the grime right from the start, seal in the shine with ceramic body wax, and defend against the elements with Tommy Guard. And don't forget to complete the clean with our vacuums and mat washers. Sign up now and wash unlimited at Tommy's Express.
This is my home. I've grown up here. My grandparents always took very, very good care of the house. They worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. You know it's a dirty job, a big job. When I went out there expecting chaos, and I just saw people on their hands and knees, like they literally picked up everything. Whether it was garbage they left or whether it was garbage that was there. It was a top-tier experience.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
At the halftime break, Neenah with a 33-23 lead. Again, folks, thank you so much for bearing with us on the extended halftime breaks here. I was in the locker room capturing footage of the talk from Coach Rubbis and his staff for Neenah Rockets Basketball All Access. New episodes airing every other Monday. The next episode that'll be coming out is this coming Monday, the 26th. It'll have footage of this game against Stevens Point, as well as last week's boys game against Kimberly and yesterday's girls game against Waunakee. And in addition to Neenah Rockets Basketball All Access, if you want some coverage from the west side of the state, Fall Creek Crickets Basketball All Access is the show for you, produced and edited by Dan Lau. 33-23 at the half. Neenah shooting it lights out from downtown. 9 three-pointers made in that first half, accounting for 27 of their 33 points. So certainly SPASH is going to come out of this one, out of the halftime break, closing out on shooters with even greater intensity. Leading scorers at the half. First, for the visiting SPASH Panthers, Savon Dinga with 9 points, including 1 three-pointer and 4 field goals made. Jackson Baressa with 2 made field goals as well as 2 free throws. He's got 6 points. Ryan Malik off the bench with 4. Trent Chandonai and Jaden Cease with 2 apiece. And for the home team, Jackson Rint was on fire. He had 5 three-pointers, good for 15 points. Nick Schultz with 2 three-pointers. He's second on the team with 6. Jacob Youngworth with 4. He was the lone Rocket besides Roan Caper to score inside the arc. Roan had 2. Trey White and Xavier Bezeris each with a three-pointer apiece. 6 team fouls for the Rockets in the first half. Chase Nitz with 2, nobody else with more than 1. For the Panthers, just 3 team fouls. Reed Zastava led the way with 2, whereas Jackson Baressa had 1. So we'll see if the Rockets' shooting luck, or shooting prowess, I should say, comes back down to earth, if they regress a little bit, or if they'll keep the hot hand. And for SPASH on the offensive end, it's been primarily Dinga able to score the basketball thus far. Looking to get Kornowski and Zastava involved as well. And Chandonai with just 2 points in that first half. He averages nearly 11. Dinga down low, gives to Chandonai. Dinga open for 3. Charles closes out and is in and out for the senior Savan. See how Neenah approaches this first possession. If they're going to look for an outside shot because that's what they've been hitting tonight, or are they going to stick to their fundamentals and look for an inside easy opportunity? Charles kicks to Rint. Schultz open for 3. Nick Schultz with his 3rd of the game. He's got 9. Nick coming to Bethel University in the Twin Cities next year, a D3 program, but he's looking to finish out his Neenah basketball career on a high note at the Division I level in WIAA. The 1-3-1 still on for the Rockets. Out of the miss, Roan Caper with the swat on Savan Dinga's floater. Rockets with a chance to add. They're up 13. Looking to keep their foot on the gas and play just like they did in the first, especially towards the end of that first half when they pulled away. It was 22-18. Very close. The Rockets were only up 4. Charles kicks to Rint from the corner. This time no good, but Fleege another offensive board. Caper to Schultz from the left wing. Off the mark, but Jackson Rint, what an effort on the offensive boards. Charles is going to give it to Fleege. They go inside to Caper, the big man with 2 points, and he gets it stripped. It'll be out of bounds. No foul called. Yet again, pardon me, foul is called. That's going to be on Savan Dinga, his first, and the first foul of the second half for either team. Schultz the inbounder. Fleege sets a screen for Charles. And now Rint gets one from Caper. Jackson thought about a off-balance three-pointer there, but elects to keep this possession going. Caper picks up his dribble. Risky pass. Chandonai, I don't think he saw it coming. Caper rolls off the screen for Schultz and to the hoop. Over the smaller man, Zastava, and Roan Caper back on the board. One game where we didn't have any coverage, either on All Access or a live broadcast, was Neenah's game against Kaukauna last week, in which Roan Caper had a varsity career high for him. I believe he scored 29 points. First basket of the half for the Panthers comes from Sam Kornowski, his first points of the ball game. He's good from downtown. He's a 40% shooter. Jackson Rint gives to Nick Schultz. It's been those two guards providing the majority of the scoring here tonight. Rint in the corner, guarded by Zastava. Rint gives to Fleege. Colton finds an opening and one. What a way for Colton Fleege to get on the board tonight. He's been quiet offensively, but as I said in the first half, Colton's a real Swiss Army knife of a player. You see his effort on the offensive glass. He's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and nearly 2 steals a night. And a very good free throw shooter, although just 10 attempts on the year, make it 11, and he makes that one. He's above 70% for the year, and that's something the Rockets have struggled with all season. They do not get to the line much, averaging just 9.5 free throw attempts per game. And so far tonight, they've only got 2, even when their offense is clicking. For context, Stevens Point averaging around 13.5 free throws per game. Kornowski on the board again. Nice jump stop pop for the sophomore. And we got a 41-28 game. See how Coach Krull approaches this second half, if he's going to use a timeout here soon or if he's going to let his guys get a feel for the second half. In the corner, it's Fleege onto the board with 3 points off the three-point play. Schultz gives to Rint, top of the key. Jackson Rint, his 6th of the night. And Jackson Rint, I saw his first game when he truly came alive for this varsity squad. It was at Oshkosh North in December. They needed someone to make shots as they were down 10 in the second half to the Spartans. Rint made 3 of them and pulled them back into the lead along with Schultz. And Dinga works his way around Charles for his first points of the second half. He's got 11 to lead the Panthers. Schultz with the crossover, gives to Fleege. 44-30 our score. They're looking inside for Schultz. Instead, Rint finds some open space, finds Schultz open, left corner. And knocked down by the senior Nick Schultz. 47-30 will force a full timeout for John Kroll. We'll head to a break. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Welcome back. In the second half here, 47-30 our score. The home team, the Rockets, on top of the SPASH Panthers. As Coach Kroll of Stevens Point using his second timeout, his first full. In the first half, he used a 30-second timeout. And Coach Rubbis for Neenah, you used 2 30-second timeouts in the first half. And it's been more of the same for Neenah here in the second. 3 more three-pointers. They've got 12 on the night, making up 36 of their 47 points. Chase Nitz into the game here in the second half for the first time. That'll be the lone sub, Cal Juckham and Jacob Youngworth on for the Rockets as well, as it's going to be Charles, Fleege, and Caper getting a rest. Curl cut for Baressa. The pass is knocked away. It'll stay with Stevens Point. Out of the timeout, we'll see how SPASH approaches this possession. SPASH in their black road uniforms with the red letters and numbers in white trim. Neenah in the home whites with red numbers and letters with black trim and the red piping along the sleeves. Chandonai guarded by Nick Schultz. In the half-court defense here, it's going to be Nitz on Kornowski. Kornowski's got the most points for SPASH in the second half with 5. Inside, it's Baressa. He kicks it to Zastava. Zastava's been held off the score sheet thus far. They get it to Baressa for 3. And Baressa's got 9 for the Panthers. So a good first possession out of that full timeout for Coach Kroll's squad. Rockets work it to Schultz in the corner. Dribble handoff from Youngworth. Chase Nitz up top. He's guarded by Kornowski. You can see SPASH has got a little bit more energy on the defensive end after that make from Baressa. Schultz into the lane, attacks Malik, and Malik with the straight-up defense forces a miss. Approaching 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Behind the back, Chandonai kicks to Zastava. Zastava. Pass goes off the hand of Baressa and turned over. First turnover by my track here in the second half for either team. Rint gives to Schultz. They both have hit 3-pointers in the half. Chase Nitz up top. Here's Schultz along the baseline. He's got a double team. Finds Youngworth open for 3. Jacob Youngworth, his 4th of the season. 4 for 9. He doesn't shoot them often, but when he does, he's shooting at an over 40% clip. And Youngworth becomes the 5th different Rocket to make a 3-pointer this evening. Baressa guarded by Youngworth. Open for 3 is Kornowski, and Youngworth is going to grab it. Kornowski was left a little bit too open for Coach Rubbis' liking, I'm sure. But the Rockets end up not being punished for giving him that much space. Rint finds Youngworth open on the block. He goes right at Malik. And Youngworth will head to the free throw line. He was 0 for 1 in the first half. Coming into tonight, Jacob shooting 56% at the line, looking to improve upon that here from the stripe. Youngworth's first free throw attempt. A little bit short. Trey White and Xavier Bezeris in for the Rockets. Dinga back for the Panthers along with Xander Millen and Jaden Cease. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. A bit of an adventurous trip in for that second free throw, but Youngworth will take it anyway it goes in. The inbounder will be Millen, and the Rockets with a full court press here. They're not going to let up on the pressure. Nitz headed to the floor there, and that lets them get the inbound to Dinga. Dinga leading all scorers for the Panthers. He's got 11, followed by Buressa with 9. Buressa not on the floor right now. He headed to the bench with Koronowski and Zastava. So you've got 3 reserves on the floor for the Panthers, and I believe 4 on the floor for the Rockets right now. The only starter in the game is Colton Fleege. Rockets have played 10 different guys tonight. They get it to Cease, the big man standing at 6'11" at the high post, sets a screen for Chandonai. Chandonai goes straight into Bezeris, tries to kick it to Cease, and it's going to be fumbled out of bounds, and the Rockets will take over possession. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. It's dribbled off a foot. Certainly looked like it was off of Chandonai's foot, but they're going to say Xavier Bezeris turned it over. That'll be the first turnover on the Rockets this half. They had 8 in the first. Stevens Point with just 4. Trey White had a 3-pointer in the first half. He's guarding number 5, Xander Millen. Millen in the corner, goes baseline. Help defense from Nitz, forces a tough pass. Dinga working on Bezeris, and he's going to draw a non-shooting foul. It'll be Xavier's second foul, as I missed one of his in the first. And the first team foul on the Rockets here in the second half. 3 for Stevens Point. The inbounder is Millen. He goes to Dinga on the lob. Matthias Charles back into the game along with Roan Caper. As we approach 9 minutes to go, Rockets up 18, 51-33. And Bezeris tips that out of the hand to Chandonai, but he'll retrieve. Chandonai passes to Millen. This has been a very loosely called game from the officials. Both coaches, I think, have been upset at times with the amount of free play. And a travel called on Charles off the outlet pass. Reverse layup on the other end was no good for Spash. Dinga, the inbounder. Bezeris is going to guard Chandonai. And we're going to have a loose ball foul on Xavier Bezeris, I believe. Yep, his third, so he might take a seat here. Second of the half for the Rockets. Panthers making about an hour drive through the cold on Highway 10 East to get here to Neenah here tonight. Penultimate non-conference game for the Rockets. They've only got one more at Wisconsin Rapids in February. Dinga into the lane, off-balance shot, gets it to go. No foul called, but what a take from Savan Dinga. It's 51-35 as we hit the fourth quarter of this 36-minute ball game. Koronowski checks in for the Panthers. It's turned over again, this time by Trey White. That's 3 now for the Rockets in their last handful of possessions. 16-point lead for Neenah. Stevens Point trying to cut into it. Chandonai in the corner. Shot is off the mark. 3-on-1 here. Fleege has got Bezeris and Caper with him. He gives to Caper, and the finger roll layup good for the senior, Roan Caper. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Trusted, local, strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. federally insured by NCUA. Another foul drawn here by Dinga. He'll head to the free throw line. It's going to be on Matthias Charles, his third. So both Charles and Bazaris playing with 3 fouls. Savan Dinga heading to the Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened.
For the Rockets, number 11, Nick Schultz, number 30, Jackson Rinn, and number 21, Kel Jucko.
Bazaris will head off. Charles stays in the game with his 3 fouls. Dinga not able to convert on the first free throw. He's a 68% shooter at the line this year, but he finds himself 0 for 4 tonight. Uncharacteristic of the 6'3 senior. Rint back into the game, finds some open space. He was looking for a teammate that wasn't there as his teammate cut towards the hoop along with him. 4th turnover of the half for the Rockets, and they've all come in the recent minutes. It's going to be Xander Millen working against Rint, a screen set, and now a switch. Juckum switches on to Millen. They've got Malik with the size advantage on Rint down low, but no one sees him. That's a 6'5 guy working against a 5'9. They eventually get it to him, but Capra with the help and another block for Roan. Buy 3 and get 1 free tire sale is now on at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. That's buy 3 tires and get 1 free. Find your location at SherrillTire.com. From the corner, Savan Dinga, no good. And Caper can't keep it in bounds. No, he does, but right to Dinga on his own basket. Can't convert. So both teams with a regrettable action there as Caper threw it right to an opponent, but Dinga not able to capitalize. Cal Juckum up top, finds Rint down low, but I don't think Jackson felt comfortable taking the reverse layup. Felt he was going to get blocked. 18-point lead for the Rockets. See how they approach the final 7 minutes here. Going to be very judicious on offense. Make sure to burn a lot of clock. Caper post-to-post pass. Cal Juckum on the board for the Rockets. The 8th different red and white player to score here this evening. Dinga guarded by Caper. Bit of a speed mismatch there as Caper's on the smaller Dinga. Malik was falling off the baseline, got it to Cease, and Cease will drop it in for his first field goal of the half. He's got 4 points. Open for 3, Jackson Rint with his 7th of the night. We'll head to a timeout called by Coach Rubbis. His third called timeout. It's a full timeout. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
For the best food in town, look no further than Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. This locally owned, 50s-themed diner loves to support their community while providing a full menu of breakfast and lunch options, along with all-day breakfasts and Friday fish fry. Enjoy a fun, family atmosphere with delicious meals made from scratch, including skillets and tasty burgers. Dine in or take out is welcome, Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Treat yourself to a mouth-watering experience at the Rock and Roll Cafe on Stanley Street in Stevens Point.
6:22 to go here in the second half. The Neenah Rockets with a 20-point lead, 58-38 over the visiting SPASH Panthers. Jackson Rint sent us to the break with his 7th three-pointer of the evening. Coach Rubbis using his 3rd timeout with 2 remaining. Coach Krull has 3 left for the SPASH Panthers. Upcoming schedule for both of these teams. All of these games will be on Zaleski Sports for the Panthers. This Friday against DC Everest at home, a big-time matchup of the 2 teams tied at 2nd in the WVC behind Marshfield. Next Tuesday, the Panthers will host the Chippewa Falls Cardinals in a non-conference matchup before next Thursday hosting the Wausau East Lumberjacks. Every game for the remainder of the boys basketball season for the SPASH Panthers will be on Zaleski Sports, with the exception of their road game at Hortonville. Neenah back into their 1-3-1, and a turnover forced. Charles has it, and now Charles to the floor, corrals it eventually, and a timeout called by Coach Rubbis. Will keep it here. Another full timeout called. Won't send you straight back to break, and that's going to be Coach Rubbis's penultimate timeout. He's got one remaining. Big time matchups for SPASH down the stretch of the season coming up in February. All of these games on Zaleski Sports. Friday, February 13th, they will host Marshfield before hosting Eau Claire Memorial the following Tuesday. Saturday, February 21st, they will host Hudson before their regular season finale at DC Everest on February 26th. All of those teams, including the non-conference matchups, in Division I, Sectional 1, just as the Neenah Rockets are. So those non-conference games, very important for SPASH as well. Meanwhile, upcoming for the Neenah Rockets this Friday, they're at Hortonville as part of a girls-boys doubleheader. Or I should say boys-girls, as the boys game will go first this time. Back in December, it was the girls playing first here at Neenah High School against the Polar Bears. Next Tuesday, the Rockets host Appleton West before hosting the Oshkosh North Spartans next Friday. We won't have that game broadcasted, but I'll be here getting highlights of that game against the Spartans for Episode 6 of Neenah Rockets Basketball All Access. Episode 5 coming out next Monday. Off the turnover, it's Sam Kornowski with the layup. He's got 7, all in the second half. Under 6 minutes to go. Rockets playing with an 18-point lead. Just need to play smart to get to the end of this one, as Coach Kroll's team is going to try to make them panic. Cal Juckham gives to Caper. Jackson Rint, guarded by Kornowski, and Charles with Dinga on him. And another thing that Neenah's going to try to do each and every offensive possession is get a minimum amount of passes, whether it's 5 or 7 or 10. They're just trying to use the clock to their advantage as they're up 18. Schultz drives, kicks to Juckham in the corner. Cal relocates. He's got Malik on him. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Matthias Charles now with it. He's going to drive baseline, finds Juckham open for 3, but at this point of the ball game, Coach Rubbis certainly telling his players now's not the time to shoot from downtown. Get a good look inside and extend this lead while working the clock to your advantage. Juckham inside, kicks to Rint. Rint spins away. Good recovery by the SPASH defense off a nearly loose ball. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Learn more at nicolaybank.com. Foul on SPASH here is going to be on number 22, Reed Zastava, his 3rd, team's 4th of the half. And we'll have a full timeout called by Coach Krull of Stevens Point. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. 18-point lead for the Rockets, the hosts in this one, and their second-to-last non-conference game of the year. Neenah's preparing to go into the second time through the FVA. 9 games down, 9 to go. They've got a 6-3 record, 2.5 games back of Kaukauna, who's in first place at 8-0. Kaukana's at Oshkosh West tonight. They're the lone 2 teams that haven't played 9 conference games yet. Also tonight, another FVA versus WVC matchup. Appleton West is at Wisconsin Rapids. Before on Thursday, Appleton West will host Appleton North. And then Friday, FVA play the second time through conference for the boys programs gets underway. Neenah at Hortonville, Appleton East at Kaukauna. That'll be on Zaleski Sports. And a turnover here. Dinga the other way, looking to slam it home. No, he'll just lay it in. And Dinga's got his first points since early in the second half. Turnover forced, and it's 58-42. Rint shifty around a defender. Other FVA games this Friday. Oshkosh North at Kimberly, and Oshkosh West hosting Fond du Lac. Chase Nitz, and one for the junior. He's on the board for his first points of the night, the 9th different Rocket to score. Fourth personal on Reed Zastava. And the 5th team foul. Chase Nitz, a 75% free throw shooter. No good, but another offensive board for Colton Fleege. At least his 3rd tonight, and that's right in line with his season averages. They go inside to Charles. Charles, post-to-post pass for Nitz. Off the mark. 6th turnover of the half for the Rockets. Something they'll need to work on in upcoming practices, but they have been able to extend their 10-point halftime lead. It's up to 18 here as we're under 4 minutes to go. Upcoming Wisconsin Valley Conference games this Friday, or let's start with Wisconsin Valley play tonight. Wausau West is at Prescott, non-conference. Again, Appleton West is at Wisconsin Rapids. Merrill, a former Wisconsin Valley Conference team, no longer, as Dinga pulls up for 3, no good. Rebound for Zastava. Merrill is at DC Everest tonight, and Northland Pines at Wausau East. Coming up on Friday, conference play begins again. Wausau West at Wisconsin Rapids, DC Everest and SPASH. That's a big matchup between the two teams tied at 3-1 in the conference standings, and Marshfield will be at Wausau East. Kornowski open for 3. Sam Kornowski, bottom of the net for him. He's got 10 points all in the second half. And it's a 15-point game, under 3 minutes to go. Fleege needs to get it in at risk of a 5-second violation, and Schultz out in transition. Nice bounce pass to Youngworth. Jacob finishes on the other end. And Jacob's got 10 points, 62-45. Down low is Dinga. Nice readjust in midair, and he'll head to the line for his 3rd trip to the stripe tonight. He's 0 for 4 thus far, looking to remedy that here at the Serve Pro free throw line. 68% shooter coming into tonight. It just hasn't been his night for shooting luck at the stripe. Gets his first to go here, as he's got 17 points to lead all Panther scorers. He's only behind Jackson Rint on the game, Rint with 21. Stevens Point Orthopedics is proud to provide complimentary sports physicals to Central Wisconsin athletes this winter. Call 715-344-0701 to schedule your appointment. That's 715-344-0701. It's turned over again by the Rockets. This time it's Kornowski with the layup, up and in for the sophomore. He's got 12 all in the second half. Schultz throws one straight into the air. Dinga collects, and it's an 11-point game off the back-to-back turnovers from the Rockets. Coach Rubis is going to call his final timeout as Dinga's a little bit shaken up. We'll head to a break on Zaleski Sports. You're watching WIAA Boys Basketball, presented by Hoff Favor Realty.
Meda Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom-decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. A 20-point lead has been cut to 11 as we've got 2:15 to go. The SPASH defense forcing Neenah into all kinds of mistakes. Back-to-back turnovers before the break. Savan Dinga does appear to be okay. He was on his back underneath the basket for quite a while there. The Panthers' leading scorer on the game with 20 points. Final timeout used by Coach Rubis of Neenah. Coach Krull has 2 remaining for the Panthers. I believe he has a 30-second timeout and a full left. Neenah just needs to take care of the basketball. That's something they struggled to do before that timeout break. Juckham can run the baseline here off the made field goal. Gives to Schultz. Schultz finds Rint. Rint has Charles up ahead, but he'll be fouled before he can find him. Sixth team foul of the half for the Panthers. Waiting to hear who it's on, as Youngworth is going to sub out. It's going to be on Kornowski, his second. Kornowski's got 2 fouls here in the second half, along with all 12 of his points. And now Charles gets fouled, and will head to the line for a 1-and-1. Charles' first free throw attempts of the night. 7th team foul, and again, it's on Kornowski, so he's got 3. Charles, 5 for 7 at the line on the year, 71%. Has a chance to become the 10th different Rocket to score here tonight. It'll be a 1-and-1. He has to make the first to earn the second. Nicely done by Matthias, and all 10 Rockets to hit the floor tonight are on the score sheet. And that's something that this Neenah program emphasizes as one of their strengths. In fact, probably their main strength is their depth. Charles knocks them both down. Improves to 7 for 9 on the year. PA, Todd Jacobson, just said Rowan Klesmet subbed into the game. Wrong Rowan. This is Rowan Caper. Rowan Klesmet playing yesterday for the girls team. Sorry to give Todd a hard time there. I thought that was just funny. Under 2 minutes to go off the made free throws from Matthias Charles. Dinga goes straight at Caper, into him, and no good high off glass. Charles grabs the board. Now Charles needs help after he picked up his dribble. He's struggling here. No timeouts left for Coach Rubbis. Nearly a 5-second violation, probably a 10-second violation, close to, but they get it across half court in time. Colton Fleege off the assist from Cal Juckham. And Colton's got 5, all in the second half. We were close to all sorts of violations there, but the Rockets eventually got down the floor. Fadeaway jumper rolls in for Sam Kornowski. He's having a stellar second half for Coach Crow. And we're going to have a foul before Fleege got that pass off. So Colton to the line for a 1-and-1. That's on Kornowski. So he's got 14 points, 4 fouls, all of that taking place in the final 18 minutes. 1:15 to go. Rockets up 13. 1-and-1 for Colton Fleege. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Make that 2 for 2. And Fleege's got 6 points. 70% shooter coming into tonight. And the Rockets have been able to get to the free throw line here in the second half. More than they typically are. What a save by Cal Juckham. He gets the assist on the steal there, as Schultz will get the true credit as he caught it. Fleege lost it as he was on the baseline, turned over. 7th turnover forced by this SPASH defense this half. Reed Zastava on the board with his first points of the night, and 1. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Fleege, his second, 5th Rocket team foul. Zastava can't complete the three-point play, but even better, perhaps, they tip it out for a second chance on this possession. Malik kicks to Chandonai. Under a minute to go. Stevens Point down 13. They need a quick bucket here. Dinga, step back 3 over Fleege, no good. Offensive board, Dinga to the hoop. And Coach Kroll will use his 32nd timeout. We'll keep it here as Dinga's up to 22 points. So Zastava no good on the free throw, but even better than a 3-point possession is a 4-point possession, as the Rockets didn't block out. 68-57 our score, 41 seconds to go. Upcoming games this Saturday in the FBA. Appleton West is at Green Bay East. Kaukauna is at Oregon, although that's a neutral site game coming from Fiserv Forum, the Deer District Showcase. and state-ranked Kaukauna, number 5th in the D1 polls. That game will be on Zaleski Sports, as will all 6 games from the home of the Milwaukee Bucks this Saturday. All-day programming from the Deer District Showcase, only on Zaleski Sports. Final FVA game on Saturday, Oshkosh North heading down to Germantown to play Brookfield Central in a neutral site game. 68-57, Juckum has to run the baseline again, gets it to Fleege, and are they going to foul Colton? They get it to Juckum, and now Rint across half court. Schultz will be fouled by Dinga. So Nick Schultz will head to the line. This will be our final 1-and-1 of the evening, as that's the 9th team foul on the Panthers. Schultz's first free throws of the night on the year from the line. He's 8 for 10. 1-and-1 for the senior captain. Knocks it down, earns a second free throw. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. We'll have an interview. Or pardon me, Rowan Caper subbing in here for Matthias Charles. As Schultz at the line, looking to stretch the lead to 13, and the Rockets are at 70 points. They've only scored over 60 4 times this season. And a bit of confusion here. The referees conversing with Coach Krull, perhaps. I don't understand what happened here. And we're just going to have an inbound on the side. It'll be like that first inbound didn't happen, except it ran 2 seconds off the scoreboard. Nick Schultz with 14 points on the day. Second on the Rockets behind Jackson Rint. Jackson Rint with 21 points, 7 made three-pointers. 13-point lead for the Rockets, looking to close this out. 30 seconds to go. The feed in down low to Baressa. He'll get fouled, and an inbound underneath. Fleege's third, 6th team. So another foul would send SPASH to the line, but we're at 20 seconds to go. From the corner, Baressa looking for his second three-pointer of the half. No good, and Fleege wraps up the rebound. Colton will head to the other end to shoot the double bonus.
Foul on number 3, Trent Chandonai. First personal, 10th team foul.
That'll be the 10th team foul. First on Trent Chandonai. Chandonai, second personal, and just the 2 points on the evening for Trent. Neenah did a great job on the defensive end handling the sophomore. Fleege makes the first. 71-57 with 17.1 to go. Fleege connects, and Chase Nitz into the game for Juckum. As the Rockets use 10 different players tonight, all 10 get on the score sheet, including Fleege with 9. Chandonai brings it down. Step back 3 off the baseline. Dinga unable to save it. 8.5 to go. The Rockets up 15 and in the double bonus. 1 timeout remains for Coach Krull, but I don't imagine he will be using it, as the Stevens Point defense is going to call off the press here, and the Rockets will dribble it out. Nick Schultz with the ball. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield or Curtis, or at NasonvilleDairy.com. On the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, we'll have an interview with Coach Lee Rubbis, and a player of his choosing will be put in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. Stay tuned. Coming up after this from Nasonville Dairy.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Excuse me, is this carpet stain resistant?
No, doesn't seem like it is. Sorry.
For advice from real flooring experts and huge savings on stain-resistant flooring, visit Carpet One. Carpet One Floor and Home. Right now at your local Carpet One, you can get help from our flooring experts while saving big and enjoying special financing on beautiful floors for your home. Come see us today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $30 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicoletBank.com. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in.
Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Welcome back on the Nasonville Dairy Postgame Show. Gunnar Zippert along with Katie Leckton from Neenah High School. The Rockets with the 72-57 win in non-conference against SPASH. We'll talk to Coach Rubbis first here before hearing from Jackson Rint. Coach, you said in the pregame talk tonight was the time to get the train back on the tracks. What'd you like about your team's effort here tonight?
Obviously making shots helps a lot. I thought we played with good pace in the first half. Offensively, like getting the ball down the floor quickly, and that allowed us a little slow to start, but I thought that once the game wore on, probably after like the 12-minute mark, we were playing with good pace, being able to get 2 on the ball and making extra passes. I think we ended up with 22 assists, so it was just we played better offensively, which was good to see.
This is your second to last non-conference game of the year, but of course important for playoff seeding, as you might see SPASH in the playoffs. But now you're back into FVA play the second time through the conference, 6-3 the first time. What are you looking for from your team through this gauntlet that starts with Hortonville on Friday?
Just continuing hopefully to play better offensive. Like tonight we shot it better, but then we didn't take care of the ball. So kind of like doing all the things, not just part of things. It's nice to shoot it better. It's great to shoot it better and not turn it over. And then defensively, we made some, we played some 1-3-1 and made some things happen there. I thought disrupting a little bit of rhythm, and we were good at times with, when we played man-to-man. But just we have to just keep on working on just little mistakes here and there defensively that if we could cut out would help make us a better team.
And congratulations on your 300th career win, 197, I believe, here at Neenah High School in your 11 years. Congrats on the win, Coach. And we'll talk to Jackson Rint now. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jackson, 7 made 3-pointers tonight. You and Nick were feeling it in the first half, and like Coach said, just being able to shoot it, that made it easier for you guys overall on offense tonight.
Yep, that's basically what we had to do. I mean, we came into the game, we didn't shoot that good last game, but, I mean, we made our shots this game, and that's what had us to get a win.
Yeah, big turnaround. You guys able to get over 70 points tonight. I believe it's the 5th time you guys have been over 60, and just was a really good feeling in the halftime break. You guys were finally starting to see some shots go down, especially after a couple of tough games last week.
Yeah, it was really good. The locker room was pumped up. I mean, we've had, I don't know how many losses we've had in a row, but it wasn't too good in the locker room at halftime, but today it was pretty good.
And then just moving forward, when you guys played Hortonville last time, it was a real defensive affair from both teams in the first half, and then you guys were able to keep the clamps on them in the second half while your offense broke out a little bit. You're looking forward to playing this Saturday, part of a doubleheader. You guys up first this time at Hortonville, looking to take the 2 in a row just like you guys did in December, you and the girls team.
I think we can do it, but we just got to come like we played tonight, and just they're a tough team, so we just got to play better offense and keep our defense going.
Thank you so much, Jackson. We'll have one final thing. I'll give you the mic and count you down, 3, 2, 1. And then you'll just say, I'm Jackson Rint, and I'm in the house. And camera's right up there. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Jackson Rint, and I'm in the house.
Thank you very much, Jackson. Best of luck, best rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
Rockets get the win, 72-57. 14 made 3-pointers. 5 different players made threes, and all 10 Rockets that hit the floor tonight scored. Good win for Coach Rubbis' squad. They're 8-6. 6-3 still in conference, but now 2-3 in non-conference play. SPASH falls to 9-4. They're 3-1 in conference. Their next conference game, and next game will be against DC Everest this Friday. We'll have that for you on Zaleski Sports. Thanks for joining us from Neenah, back-to-back days here. For Katie Lecton, I'm Gunnar Sippert. We'll have our next broadcast from Neenah, St. Mary Catholic hosting Pacelli in girls basketball on Thursday. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your night.